Is it such a thing to truly feel ready to go back to school when you're the teacher? Usually what I hear us saying is, I'm as ready as I'm going to be.
Excited that there's no line.
But are you even a teacher to go back to your classroom with an armload full of copied material?
Keeping himself entertained, huh?
Hey, I am coming at you today from my classroom. So I am back at my classroom. It is all set up. It's been all set up for a couple of weeks now. We made a last minute decision at the beginning of August to take a trip to Florida to see family. I had just enough time prior to leaving for that trip to get my classroom in order and set up. That is in another video that's up on my channel. It's a Get It All Done With Me video, so go check that out if you haven't already so you can see the setup of my classroom. I will link it in the description below for you. My husband Brandon, my sister Alex, they were both here on that day helping me out. Our children were here as well as our puppy Hank. They were not so much on the helping train, but that's okay. They were being cute and it was wonderful to have them here. My classroom is all set up, got it set up, went on our trip, had a great time, visited family, loved it, never long enough. We are back now. We came back yesterday, which my time right now, yesterday was Wednesday. Today is Thursday. I start school on Monday. So I did not want the stress of having to set up my classroom when I returned from my vacation. So I made sure to get that all squared away before I left, but that is where it ended. I just simply set it up, got it looking good. And that way, in my mind, I was kind of like, all right, open house is Monday night. At least I know my classroom is good to go for open house. So now I've carved out a little bit of time to come back into my classroom. It's a little bit after 6 tonight. There's no one else in the building, which I kind of strategically did this because I love my coworkers a little bit too much. That's really the problem here. And if we see each other, we talk. We just talk, which is a great problem to have, but I'm on a tight timeline tonight. Actually, we're doing a girls' day tomorrow with a lot of the staff that work in the building, and so I need to be up early-ish for that, and so I don't have a lot of time tonight. I'm hoping to keep it to an hour and a half, 2 hours max, really trying to keep it under 2 hours though, because my husband and kids will be back in a couple of minutes. They're grabbing pizza at a local store. We're gonna do like a little picnic pizza dinner here in my classroom. I'm gonna get to work and then they're gonna go out and play on the playground that's right outside my classroom door. So that's our plan, and what I am working on accomplishing while I'm here tonight is some of the back to school activities that I wanna have ready and prepped for the first couple of days. And also creating a rough plan of how I wanna sprinkle in the kind of back to school routines and rules of the classroom and that sort of thing, because throwing all that at kids all at once is way too much in the first couple of days. So I want to sprinkle it in, kind of think about what makes sense to do first, kind of what things do they need to know quickly, right away, and then what things can we sprinkle in over the first week and a half. And then of course we'll revisit them throughout the school year. But I want to just figure out what my rough plan is. The whole 4th grade team, there are 4 of us, we work really closely together. So none of them are here right now, which I didn't expect them to be. So that's another reason why this is just going to be a really rough outline, because I know we're going to talk and we're going to want to coordinate what we're doing and when we're doing things and the like. So just going to get some rough ideas out so that when we do have that conversation together, I can contribute my thoughts and we can edit and whatnot from there. And so that's what I'm hoping to accomplish. And then also getting my class list squared away. I need to check out the program that we use so I can just see what is my list looking like now that we are just less than a week out from welcoming kids. Because things change over the summer, so I'm gonna get into that program, check that out, print my list, and start getting a couple of files created on my laptop that has my kids' names in it and the numbers that they coordinate with. We do a number system here in my classroom. It sometimes people will tell me it's a little impersonal. I get that, but it's very functional. And there's so many other elements of our day that are really personal, and we're connecting with each other. We do a morning meeting every day and a whole bunch of other ways that we're connecting on a regular basis. So I think it's okay to have my kids be numbers, if you will, when it comes to cubbies and their laptop charging spots and things like that. So I want to get the names matched to the numbers and just have some of those things that I'm going to use for the whole year set up, ready to go. It's going to give me a little bit of peace, I think, so that I don't feel like I just have my classroom done, which I shouldn't say just, because that's a huge accomplishment. But yeah, so let's just get to it.
Our secretaries set this up for our students in the lobby. Just a little take what you need station. Super sweet.
In case you didn't already know, I'm a 4th grade teacher in Central Maine. I'm entering my 11th year as a teacher, and I also team teach. So I am responsible for teaching math, science, and social studies while my partner teacher takes care of ELA. And between us, we share about 40 students, give or take. We split our days around our lunch and recess block. So prior to lunch and recess, I have one group of students, and then after lunch and recess, I have another group of students.
This little guy found my prize bucket and is keeping himself entertained. Playing with the things that are in there and, well, taking half of them out. I was looking for my back to school folder.
So I knew I had back to school resources like fun little get to know you games, silly little icebreakers, things to like get the kids talking, moving, interacting with one another. Knew I had this stuff. So I still thought in my head though that I had it in a paper form, and I've really been trying to go digital with as much as I can because that's just where things are at with technology these days. So finally, after multiple minutes of like mild panic, I realized it's on my laptop. It's a whole beautiful folder. Adorable, really. Yep, it's on my laptop. At least I found it.
So here's that back to school folder, and I have all kinds of stuff in there. Starburst candy, reading survey, puzzle math, mystery picture, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of good stuff in there. And then I also pulled down my binder of just some math games. So I'm thinking I might print up copies of a couple of these things because it gets their academic brains going a little bit, but also makes it feel fun because I really want to just make them feel like they're having fun in the first couple days of school, even though we're also getting some academics in there. Ooh, we got a loud car over there.
On my laptop, pick a couple things to print, and I'm going to go through these math games and pick a few of those to print and prep, and that way I'll have some items ready, which is just going to make me feel better, feel like I'm kind of ready. Is it such a thing to truly feel ready to go back to school when you're the teacher? Anybody? If you're a teacher, if you know a teacher, in all honesty, does anybody ever feel 100% ready to go when the school year starts? Is it a thing? Because I've yet to meet any teacher who's like, I'm 100% ready. Usually what I hear us saying is, I'm as ready as I'm going to be. And that's my motto too. And I'm actually a lot more okay with that now, entering my 11th year teaching, because I've realized along the way and along my career that so much about how I'm going to interact with and handle this group of kids is tailored to this group of kids. So until I start building those bonds with them and getting to know them, I can prep all the things I want, but they might not be a good fit for this group of kids. So I just need to be as ready as I can be and be prepared to meet them, greet them, get to know them, and then really tailor how we're going to learn together to their specific learning styles. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. Headed to the copy room to copy games, but I'm excited that there's no line. Okay, light, there we go. We have a touch light. So anyone else have lines at your copier? We have a couple copiers in the building, but it never seems to be enough. So, there's that. But are you even a teacher if you don't go back to your classroom with an armload full of copied materials when you leave the copy room? No, it's never just one piece of paper, is it? All right, so I have a bunch of things on the printer printing right now, but I'm gonna go over what I did print so far. I printed a series of multiplication find the facts. I wanna start off pretty basic and simple. I don't want it to be too challenging. I wanna hook the kids and then get them going with the challenges. So we're starting off with find the twos multiplication facts. I printed off multiplication facts of 3s, 4s, and 5s for now. And then I printed off an explore your new classroom. I really like this idea, getting the kids to actually look at the things that are around the classroom. Specifically love the one, number 4, that says look at the posters around the room. Which one do you think is most interesting? That gets the kids to pay attention to that. Also the birthday chart, which actually we're gonna fill out together, so they might not be able to answer that one right away, but we'll see. Name something you can see outside our classroom window. What would you add to the classroom to make it better? I really like that question, helping them already feel like this is their space right off the bat. Then I printed off this royal castle floor plan. This is the answer key. There's a series of directions, and hopefully by the end, they will have successfully navigated through the castle, but we'll see. An all about me little paper. This is always fun as the year's getting started. Lets me know a couple of quick facts about the kids, and then they can share them with each other, take them home and share them with your parents, whatever, all that good stuff. And then find somebody in this class who, I feel like this is a classic. So getting them to talk to each other, and you've got to ask these questions to know who has these things. Okay, so in addition to that stack of things that I printed, I also went through and printed, these are out of order, some daily word problems. So we are starting off the school year and we have a 3-day week, so that's the answer key. So we are not gonna need all 5 of these, but I like to overplan. I would rather have too many plans and not do them all than not enough. So I know that I'm overplanned, and that is my intention right now. So anyway, daily word problem. There are 5 of them here. I have a whole set that I could use all throughout the year if I'd like to. I would love to get some word problems going even in the first couple of days of school. We can do them together, they can do them as partners, make it fun, low pressure, informal observations of what they're remembering from last year, where they're at, all that good stuff. But word problems are so important, and it's something that, in my experience, kids often usually dread, and just have it in their heads that word problems are overwhelming, frustrating. They have a negative relationship with word problems, so I would like to start early on in the year working on that and hopefully changing that opinion for them. And then I also love this math buzz. I have used these in the past and really enjoy them. They are again a weekly thing that I have, so they start obviously at the very first one and then they have hundreds. And last year, something I took the time to do was go ahead and get all of the math buzzes for 3rd grade as well as 5th grade, so that if I have a student that needs either 3rd or 5th grade material, I can go ahead and get that for them. Gonna start off on grade level just to start seeing where everyone's at.
this will be something that they can do kind of independently, a little bit more of an assessment. Not that I'm actually going to put like a grade in the grade book kind of thing, but just to figure out where they're at, start to get an idea, a loose idea of how I might group them when I want them to come and work in small groups with me. And this is designed for beginning of 4th grade, so it's really just reviewing 3rd grade skills. So it'll be a great way for me to just quickly see who has what and who needs what. So that is that. This is my stack of plans for the first couple of days. This is the concrete stuff. I don't have anything science or social studies related. I'm not really thinking I'm going to push any of that in the initial couple of days. I'm just going to keep Science-y life fun. I got a couple of books from a partner teacher who was moving to a different position within our district, and this one has been catching my attention, Fun with Nature. When I opened it up earlier, I ended up opening it right up to the monarch butterfly page, and because that is something that's really relevant around this time of year, I just thought it might be fun, like if I want to throw some science-y stuff in for the kids in the first couple days and first week and a half, we could just kind of go through and choose some critters from this book and learn about them and possibly even do a craft or something, because I did see this turtle craft in there. So that's my plan for science. Probably won't touch too much on social studies though. One of the other books that I got from that same coworker or colleague, I don't know what I'm trying to say, colleague, was this the 50 states book. So that could be a fun way to just, I don't know, pick a state, maybe even just start in the beginning, and then hopefully by the end of the year we will have gone through them all. I'm not sure. But just keeping it simple, fun there, no pressure for me or them. My primary goal is to just get them in here, get them acclimated to their space, being back in school full time, and start getting to know each other. So anyway, that's what I've got so far for plans. I have not written anything down in my plan book. I actually don't keep a plan book. I digitally plan. I would love to know if that's something you'd like me to create a video of, digital planning. And so I did that for the majority of the year last year, and I really just found that it is what works for me. So I digitally plan. I haven't written anything down in my digital planner yet. That will come, but I don't really like to do that step until my partner teachers are here with me to talk to them. So I have one of those brains. I don't know, your brain might be like this, but as I was talking to you, I was flipping through this book, and where is it? Florida. I saw Florida, and when I saw Florida, my brain, as I'm simultaneously trying to talk to you, my brain goes, ooh, that's a good idea. Why don't you start off with Florida, because that's where I just vacationed. Here we go. That's where I just vacationed, and it could be really fun to help them, 1, get to know me, and 2, actually be gaining some facts, because by sharing some details about my Florida trip, they would be getting to know me, and then we can tie in actual facts related to Florida. Wow, look at that, right here, right now, together. Just made that plan. That's happening. We're gonna sticky note this page for fast finding. So anyway, my brain was stuck trying to think this through, plus tell you what I was telling you, and this is what I do 90% of the time. So when I seem like I've lost my train of thought, that's probably not what's happened. I actually am just simultaneously having a whole second train of thought while trying to still verbalize the first one. It's a lot. Does your brain work that way? I'd love to know. So anyway, there's the plans. Side note, when I was cleaning my classroom up to get it prepped for this year, I found this little chime from the responsive classroom. I feel like I have seen people use these anyway throughout my teaching career, but I think I'm excited about it. I think that I am looking forward to using it this school year. That sounds like such a happy, inspiring way to get their attention, and it kind of lingers. I don't know. I'm excited about it. Let me know, do you use something like this? Typically I just use the bell.
has a similar effect. It does linger, but I just feel like this sounds a little nicer. Anyway, we're gonna try it out this year, and we'll see. We'll see if we like it. Okay, so that is it for this initial prep with me. Get some plans in place, start feeling a little bit better about the start of the school year, which I do. I feel a little more grounded now. I feel like I have a direction that I'm going in. I feel like I have plans. I feel like I have ample plans. And I also feel like when I do get to have some time with my fourth grade teammates, I'm gonna have a lot to bring to the table to share with them, which will just make everyone's start to the school year simpler, I hope. And so now we're gonna get out of here because it is pitch black outside. It is, what time is it? It is 8:28. My kids normally go to bed at 7:30 at the latest. They are out in the car waiting for me with their dad, and they still need showers and baths when we get home. So it is time to go. I hope that you enjoyed this prep with me, and if you're a teacher, I wish you a wonderful start to your school year. We can do hard things. I need to say that to myself just as much as I need to say it to my students. So, here we go, on to school year 2022-2023. Thank you for coming along with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Ooh, I also wanted to update you real quick on, oh my gosh, I'm dropping everything. On the layout of the desks in my classroom. I had 4 desks before that were just solo, and I don't love putting kids by themselves, especially to start the school year. If a student truly benefits from working solo, then we can accommodate that later in the year, but not my favorite way to start. So I was really trying to figure out how to work with the space, get everybody with at least one other person, and I feel really excited about how I have accomplished that. So I've got this space here. I had this longer desk there for a while, but then I went and added this one and this one on the end, so now they're gonna be kind of like a group of 4, but they're all gonna have enough space. I'm sticking to no more than 3 at my tables. I just don't feel like 4 is gonna be stellar. I feel like they're not gonna have enough space. And then I was able to, just right here in the front of the room, put this sweet little duo set of desks up here, and that way those 2 will not be alone. So right now I have exactly enough seats. Well, I have 1 extra. I have exactly enough partnered seats for all of my students, and then I just have the 1 extra back here that I'm currently not planning to utilize, and that will just be a good space if I have a student who needs just some closer proximity to me, especially if I'm working with a group of students at my kidney bean table. Then this could be a great space for a student that has that need. So anyway, that's what's going on with seating, and I'm really liking it, really looking forward to showing it off to the kids in less than a week. And Mr. Bouchard has left his mark on my classroom. He does bubble letters anytime he comes in, and so he's already got his happy first day of school bubble letter sign on the board for me. Okay, that's gonna be it for tonight. Goodbye, classroom. See you soon.